Hey, Leo. Some sage and some rose petals to cleanse the space. Three chimes to bring in positive energy. This is a general reading for the sign of Leo. If you have Leo anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Leo. What is it that we would like Leo to know or to be aware of during or for this reading? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for Leo. Leo, if this is your first time tuning in, a little bit about the layout of this reading. When we look at this first row, this top row, we are looking at your public life, your professional life, your business life, and the energy that is surrounding you there. When we look at this second row, we are looking at your home life, your private life, your personal life, and the energy that is surrounding you there. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Leo. And Leo, this third row, this final row is final thoughts, final messages. What is it that Spirit would like you to take away from this reading? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Leo. Thank you. One more card for Leo. And the Hangman. And let's just make sure, let's just tilt these just a little bit so they line up pretty nicely on your screen there. There we go. And the foundation, the basis of your reading this week, Leo, is justice. And this is a physical justice. And that is driven by the Hermit card, the teacher within. Not letting the outside world determine who we are. Not being affected by the world surrounding us. When we are not affected by the world surrounding us, we do become unstoppable, Leo. Let's see how that plays into the rest of our reading this week. And we start off with the Eight of Swords. Feeling stuck, not being able to see a solution. There's a solution we're not able to see. And the High Priestess card. The High Priestess card has been coming up a lot during all of my readings this week. And the 2 in numerology speaks to balance, contrast, partnership, and choice. There's a choice here. As a collective, I think we're all being asked to make a choice. But you do not see this choice. You're unaware of what this choice is. And that is followed by the 9 of Pentacles. Being able to manifest, being able to create. And the 8 of Pentacles, working, creating, concentrating, focusing in on creating wealth. I love that we have the 2 Pentacles here. Wanting to get a lot done. Wanting to get a lot done in a little bit of time. your professional life is demanding time that your personal life is demanding time or taking away from time that is meant for work. There's an internal struggle, an eternal battle that you are having between committing time to your personal life and committing time to your work life, your public life. When we are at work, it is okay to turn the ringer off on our cell phone. To put our cell phone on vibrate, so we're not getting those personal calls, we're not getting those personal text messages while we're meant to be working or we're supposed to be working. So we can get what is meant to get done. So we can get what needs to be done. We're trying to focus on too many things at one time. And because we're focusing on too many things at one time, we're trying to multitask. Nothing is getting done. And we need to make or create space where we can focus on getting one thing done at a time. And we can put together a short to-do list and just check those things off as they're done. But again, it's about doing one thing at a time, focusing in on one thing at a time. I don't know if there's so much going on in your personal life, in your private life, that you're having a hard time focusing on tasks that need to be done while you're at work or you're in business or you're in school, or even when we're shopping. If we have a lot going on in our personal lives and we go to the grocery store and we're trying to shop at the store, that is when we don't get what we came for. How many of us have gone to the grocery store and come home with not one thing that we meant to go to the grocery store for? And that is just because we have too many things going on. We are multitasking, and we'll all have periods of life or periods of time in our lives that happens. And really, by putting together a list and checking one thing off of the list at a time will help us achieve more. Help us maintain our focus on what needs to be done first, giving something a priority. And in your private life, again, I see the 2, which is about change, about contrast, change, contrast, choice, partnerships, coupleships, someone close to you. Finding balance. Again, there's that finding balance with the things, people, places, and things that we love in our private life, and being guarded and being protective of that. And the Sun, which is the warmest, the happiest card in the deck, followed by the Sun card. And again, the Sun and the Death, it's like total polar opposites, the two sides of the one coin. What is happening here, Leo, is oftentimes when things start to fall together, and they start to fall together for us, we can sometimes make those closest to us feel inadequate. It's not that they're not happy for us. It's that they are making comparisons to their lives to our lives. And so it looks like, as things are falling together, as things are taking place for you and working in your favor, someone close to you is feeling a little bit inadequate, that they're not measuring up to your level of success. And any time that we compare ourselves, we will feel inadequate. What we can do when people are comparing themselves to us, are comparing their situation to our situation, comparing our success to their level of success, is we can give them space. And we give them that space so that they can process. We can also offer them encouraging words and really reconfirm to them what their strengths are. But as we're doing this, Leo, we really do need to be guarded and protect ourselves. We cannot fall on the sword for another. Anytime we fall on the sword for another, it does not help them. It does not help them. It's like you're wanting to fall on the sword for someone because they're comparing themselves to your life. You're being more successful. Things are working in your favor. And they're in turn seeing that it's not their time quite yet. And perhaps you're wanting to lessen your success. You're wanting to lessen your victories. But we don't need to lessen our victories. We don't need to lessen our victories. Again, when those around us make comparisons, anytime any of us compare ourselves to another, compare our situations to another, it's going to lessen us. It takes away from us. We'll never compare. We'll never measure up to another one or someone else. We can only be better today than we were yesterday for our own lives, our own journey. We each have our own journey. This person is having difficulty finding their path, finding their journey, finding their worth, finding their strength. And that can only come from within. Positive reinforcement, and really encourage and really let this person know what their strengths are and what it is that you love and appreciate about them. And it has absolutely nothing to do with what they do for a living. and that is followed by the Ace of Swords, knowledge, wisdom, the gift of knowledge, the gift of wisdom. The Ten of Cups, the happily ever after. And I love that it's followed by the Ace of Cups, which is a gift of having the happily ever after, a gift that comes out of enlightenment, a gift that comes out of self-reflection. You know, the thing about enlightenment, about self-perspection, and the knowledge and the realization that big things come from small beginnings. One of the best strategies to achieving success, and I'm talking big success, is to start small, is to start with that light within, connecting with that light in, connecting with that light within, our intuition, our inner knowing, our life's path, our life's journey. And when we start small, when we start at a simple list of simple things to check off the list, by starting small, it helps us from feeling or becoming overwhelmed. And it also helps us gain momentum. And it also helps us prevent errors, because we are focusing on the littlest things, one moment to the next. And that is the message that I have for the sign of Leo. Thank you, Leo. You have a blessed week.